Good morning, guys. It's Miss Stambaugh, and I just wanted to show you some of the books that we have in the library. I know a lot of you have been emailing me and asking me questions about what you should check out or what we have available. So I just wanted to go over some books that I think are popular and that you'll probably like, or something similar to what you would like. So let's look at some of the choices here. First of all, Miss McNew has asked me to remind you guys about your class novels. So if you have her for English 1, you need a copy of Animal Farm. And if you have her for AP Lit, you need a copy of Life of Pi. So if you don't have those books yet, that's something you're going to need to get. Now, I know a lot of you guys like romance books, and we have several of those. So for romance, a lot of the Sarah Dessen books are really popular. This is the newest one. It came out around this time last year, and I have a couple copies of it. So if you're into Sarah Dessen, this is the newest choice, but of course we have lots of copies of her books. I know someone has already checked out Dumpling, but we have the follow-up book to Dumpling called A Puddin', and if you've seen Dumpling or you want to read that, you might be interested in this book as well. Have a lot of other romance books too that are new. Tweet Cute is just kind of a fun, easy, cute love story. If you haven't read Eleanor and Park, we have lots of copies of it. The setting of this one is in the 80s, but it's a really cool book about just this unlikely couple who's met, and that's the theme of a lot of these too. The Sun is Also a Star. Several of you have asked about. We also have these couple of Jennifer Niven books about unlikely couples holding up the universe, and All the Bright Places. And of course, John Green is very popular. The Fault in Our Stars is sort of a doomed love story. And we also have Dear Evan Hansen, which isn't really a love story, but it's a really popular choice if you love that musical. Now, if you're into sports, Mike Lupica has lots and lots of really good sports books. He is actually a real-life sports writer, so he knows what he's talking about, and his books are usually really popular. We also have Tim Green books. They're about football, but these are good choices if you're into football. If you like fantasy, a lot of the boys love the Ranger's Apprentice series. We have lots and lots of copies of those. The Night Circus is a new book that we have. Several of you were interested in this last year. This is a beautiful fantasy story. It's very detailed and just a gorgeous description, and I really enjoyed this one, so I think you will too. We also have the Fallen series. So if you're into this kind of book, this will be something you might like as well. Of course, The Hunger Games has come out with a new book. We don't have it yet, but if you want to reread the series or read it for the first time, we have several copies of those. There's also the Selection series. This is popular about, trying to be like a beauty queen and chosen in this crown competition. If you're into more kind of civil rights type books and things like that, On the Come Up might be something you want to read. Angie Thomas wrote this one. She's also the author of The Hate You Give. We have The Hate You Give, but it's checked out right now. And if you love historical fiction, Chains is just a wonderful book. I really love this story. It's heartbreaking and sad. It's about a little girl who's a slave and sort of her story, and this is a trilogy, so there are more books that follow this one as well. If you like to read about the concentration camps, then Tattooist of Auschwitz or Librarian of Auschwitz are new. You might be interested in those. We also have a lot of books that have become Netflix features. To All the Boys I've Loved Before. This is a trilogy of books, and we have all of those. And by the same author, The Summer I Turned Pretty, and that's a trilogy of books as well. Those are just fun, light reads. Also, we have Lockdown and the Quarantine series. If you like more kind of survivalist type things and scary type things, these might be something you'd be interested in. Down here we have some more scary type books. If you've read One of Us is Lying, this is the sequel to that, One of Us is Next. We also have Two Can Keep a Secret, which is another book by the same author. And then more scary books, Burn by Ted Dekker. Anything by Ted Dekker is going to be kind of creepy, and we have lots and lots of his books. And a lot of you like the Asylum series too. Also, Tuesdays with Maury is always popular. We have several copies of that. And Where the Crawdads Sing has been a really popular book. It's going to be made into a movie, so we have a copy of that. Also, I know some of you like graphic novels. We have Persepolis. It's kind of in a comic book style. And then Persepolis 2. And if you're into Stranger Things, we have a graphic novel of that. And Doctor Who, we have a graphic novel of that. And we also have an Artemis Fowl graphic novel. I really hope that you will take advantage of our curbside pickup system. All you have to do is tell me what you want. I'll put it in the bus lane for you on the porch. Have it checked out so you have your name on the bag. And it's as simple as that. Just come by and pick it up, and then you'll have your books to read. So happy reading. Please let me know if you have questions, and I'm happy to get any and every book that I can for you anytime. Have a good weekend, everybody.